Hey there, YouTube. This is Lucifer Leg of Orton coming back at you with another video. So, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may remember I made a video about a month or two ago calling out the Church of Satan as cowardly when dealing with, for their inaction in dealing with Satanic Temple. Now, if you watch that video and you check back on it, you'll notice that the Church of Satan actually came after me. And a lot of members were telling me some pretty interesting things, saying that I didn't understand Satanism, that I didn't understand the church Satan and whatnot. Now, some of these people I actually know in person, or at least one of them I do. Um, and she didn't remember me and whatnot. And I'll go ahead and I'll put a link to that video in the description down below. But it's been a while since I came back to this. I made a follow-up video addressing an issue that came up with an email from a contact of mine that happens to be a Church of Satan member, and he notified me that there was some talk about me getting doxxed because I kind of rattled them. They're not used to being called out as as cowards the way that I did. And so that created a little bit of backlash at me. Now, to the best of my knowledge, nothing has come of it. I have not been doxxed or anything like that. And I didn't think that I would be. But I'm going back, I'm revisiting this issue because, I've done what I'm about to do in previous videos, and shown things in previous videos. But I'm addressing to some of the people who may have commented on my first video and whatnot, saying that I don't understand Satanism, I don't understand the Church of Satan or whatnot. Now I'm going to address this. No, I do not understand the inner workings of the Church of Satan because I am not a member. I've never claimed to understand the inner workings of the Church of Satan organization for that reason. However, I do have a respect for what the Church of Satan is supposed to be, which is why I called them out the way that I did. And there is a very good reason for that, because the Church of Satan, whether I agree with their politics, their policies, or whatnot, is supposed to be our front-runner organization that is the gateway organization to Satanism as a whole. Okay? Now, that's not to say that they are the end-all for it. They are most certainly not. I've proven that numerous times on this channel. I've shown my personal library of books, which I'm going to re-demonstrate some of that here in this video. And I've also shown that there are other forms and styles of Satanism out there. I've covered one being Sithism. Another one that I'm hoping to cover here soon is Cthulhianism. So what is it about the Church of Satan accusing people like myself of not understanding them? Well, first off, they don't like being called out the way that I did. Alright. I kind of touched a nerve, apparently. And they have no other real way of coming at me other than say I'm stupid, that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I have no knowledge of the Church of Satan, its policies, or its whatnot. While I don't have any knowledge of the current policies, I can comment on what I see coming out of them. Okay? And that's where my commentary came from. My knowledge of Satanism and the Church of Satan, well, first off, boom. I've shown this book numerous times. It's Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible. It is, one of my most read books. You can see that spine has been broken and whatnot. Much more read than any of my other books on it. My next one that you can see that I've also read and marked numerous times is Gilmore's book. Now, this is something interesting because I don't like Gilmore. I'm not a Gilmore fan. Okay, I am not a fan of his current politics in the Church of Satan. I am not a fan of how he runs the Church of Satan. Okay, but yet I've read his stuff. He's a very smooth talker, and I'm not going to say that he's a bad person. Okay, I just don't like him. I don't like him on a fundamental level as, the leader of the Church of Satan. Okay, and I just demonstrated right there the two, what may be considered the two primary core books to the current Church of Satan. Most of the Church of Satan members will say, read Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible, then read Peter H. Gilmore's Satanic Scriptures. I did so, okay? And, Gilmore has some great rituals in his, and that's one of the big things that I really like about his books. He brought some of that into the opening and presented them, and it was really good to see that, and to be able to work with that. Other books that I have, obviously, Satanic Rituals, Satan Speaks, The Devil's Notebook, The Satanic Witch, the most recent of their canon, The Satanic Warlock, Letters from the Devil. This is a really good one. Some articles by Anton LaVey. This is a fun little one. It addresses the 9 satanic statements in a storybook form for children. And my son likes it. We like it. We enjoyed it. There's only one story out of there that we're like, that doesn't really match up. Then a little bit off the off-beaten path of LaVey and Satanism is Michael Aquino's recent 50th anniversary Satanic Bible revision. It's a bit of a deep read and does not really have anything quite so much to do with the modern Church of Satan. So, when I hear people tell me you don't understand the Church of Satan, you don't understand Satanism, you need to go back and reread this, you need to go back and reread that, you need to go back and study. This is just a fraction of my satanic library. Just a fraction. Alright? I have to laugh at individuals who say that to me. I really do. Because not only do I have a solid paperback library and whatnot that extends beyond this, I even have books in other versions of occultism and paganism and whatnot, such as Wicca and Druidry and all sorts of different stuff. I have that in hard copy books on my bookshelf right over here. I also have an immense PDF library on the subject, and just books upon books that are not in paperback form, may never have even been printed. They only came out in PDF form, or I go well and beyond that. I have copies of The Cloven Hoof in PDF form. I have copies of The Black Flame. I have copies of stuff from Michael Rose and other members of the Church of Satan. I have copies of books, PDF copies of the Vampire Temples books, their book series. It's my library on the subject is immense, and I've read about 80 to 90% of it. Okay, so I have to laugh. I have to laugh hysterically sometimes at the notion that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I do not understand the Church of Satan, that whatnot. I don't understand its inner workings, I'll admit that, but I understand the Church of Satan. I understand what they present to the outside world. I've studied their infrastructure. I've watched documentaries on it. I have on my computer inside the Church of Satan. I have, again, on my computer, and even in my video library, I have Satanus the Devil's Mass. I have the new Blu-ray release with, if anybody's watched the DVD release, they know there was a movie with it that was kind of weird. There's a new, different movie for that came out with the Blu-ray release. So I haven't watched that Blu-ray movie yet, but I've watched Satanas plenty of times. And I've watched plenty of other documentaries, interviews upon interviews upon interviews. Okay, so when people tell me, when Church of Satan members say, you don't know what you're talking about, I have to sit here and I have to think to myself, I don't know what I'm talking about. You clearly have no clue who I am. You clearly don't know the kind of individual I am. And you're just pissed off because I called you out, and you're pretty much just going to Gilmore Brown nose and try to disparage, try to bully and whatnot. And it's not working. I'm not a Church of Satan member. I am not beholden to you. It's completely ludicrous. So that's what I got for you, for people today. If you're a Church of Satan member and you want to talk to me, come talk to me. I'm fine with it. I'm not I don't hate the Church of Satan. Okay, I don't feel that I would fit in with the current regime of the Church of Satan. Therefore, I'm not going to pay $240 just to join a Gilmore fan club. And that's what it pretty much is right now. It's a Gilmore Anton LaVey fan club. It's not what it used to be. Okay, when you have the very children of Anton LaVey who grew up in the original Church of Satan, who grew up with him, okay, flat out say, this is not our father's Satanism. When you have one of your high priestesses who lived with the man, only days after he passed away, say he actually did believe in Satan. Okay, when you have people of his family saying this is not what he did, okay, that needs to be paid attention to. These are people who were around him constantly. And it's not just him. Many other members that are no longer members of the Church of Satan have said it. So you need to understand that. And that goes quite a ways with people who do their research. And I've never met the man. I regret never getting to meet the man. I met Peter Gilmore once, and that was enough for me to be like, oh, I really don't like this guy. Not saying that he's not a nice guy. It's just oil and water. Okay. So that's my thing. This is a follow-up video to my video calling out Church of Satan as being cowards, where Satanic Temple is concerned. I'm still saying you guys are using very cowardly rhetoric. You should step up and do state something more. You need to do stuff more than just post a little thing on your website or whatnot. Honestly, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So tell me what you think in the comments down below. If you're a Church of Satan member or not, please just be respectful, okay? Clearly, I do know what I'm talking about. I'm not an idiot here. I'm not just going to sit here and talk out my ass at you guys. I'm not going to sit here and call you guys cowardly for no reason or to just pick a fight. It's not my goal. It's not my intention. Alright? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you guys exactly how it is as I see it as an outsider. Okay? Whether you guys care about that or not, that's up to you. So, tell me what you think in the comments down below. If you haven't done so already, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. While you're at it, hit that bell notification right next to it. That way you know whenever I'm posting another video. So, until next time, this is Lucifer Lake Borden, and I am out of here.